Hello everybody, we are here against the clan of ConFed for the VTL, PsiX versus ConFed. This is going to be week 3 of Validity Team League, and we're about to get into our lobby. Oops, just cancelled. We're about to get into our lobby soon. And the first map will be on, War Buffy with the subscribe. Thank you for the subscription. This will actually allow you to use the emote. Yep, you just use the emote. So thank you for the support. And yeah, so basically currently we're in week 3 of the Team League, and currently the standings are the Confederation, or ConFed, at number 2 with a record of 2-0. Psionic Aftermath is 1-1 in terms of record. Unfortunately, we're in 5th place, so we definitely gonna have to get some wins under our belt so that we can actually make top 3 at least in our group. There's 2 groups, there's Group A and Group B, and the top 3 teams of each group advances to the playoffs. So it will be pretty nice to get into the playoffs. And like I said, Redshift will be our first map for this week. Now, unfortunately, for Redshift is not like the most popular map, I would say. Generally, Darkness Sanctuary and Redshift are like kind of the unfavorable maps. I would assume so, just based on others' opinions of it. So at least we'll get Redshift out of the way. Now, it is important to know Redshift does have the gold base, so we'll see if any of our two players gonna take advantage of that. We shall see. Now, Validity Team League is gonna be 2 platinums and 2 diamonds. So we're gonna start off with our platinum set. And this is a best of 7 all kills, so first team to win 4 games will win the series. Hopefully the sound balance is alright. If it's not, then just let me know and I'll go ahead and change it. But I've been pretty much working on the same settings in terms of sound, so haven't had any complaints so far, so I'm assuming it's gonna be good to go. Now I did change a little bit of my graphic settings. I think Kingslayer was the one who recommended this setting, so I'm gonna see if this is a good setting to go with. Apparently it's supposed to give you more FPS, so hopefully stream will look good, at least video quality will look good. Unfortunately, I don't have like the best CPU, so I can't stream at like extreme high quality, like 1080p 60 FPS. That's still my goal in the future, but so far I could only stream at 720p 60 FPS, as my CPU is from like all the way from 2010, so you can imagine how old that is. Alright, looks like we got both players in here. It seems like actually ConFed is going to send out their diamond first. Okay, so we'll see if Ariach can go ahead and take him down, pull up an upset. And countdown has begun. We're about to head into our first game of this best of 7 series. Hopefully this will be a good match. Again, this will be on Redshift. Alright, let's go ahead and introduce our players. At the bottom left, we have our pink Protoss representing ConFed. It is the Travel. The Travel. No, the Travely. No, wait, the Travel. Okay, yeah, the Travel. I guess it's spelled differently, but anyhow, at the top left, we have our red Zerg player representing PsiX. It is none other than Ariach. Now, Ariach gonna go ahead and probably expand to this base at the natural. Oh, actually, no, he's gonna take the gold base, so he's gonna take the risk.
Carrier has arrived.
And oh, we have a follow by Bushido, the Big Lad. Thank you for the support. I think we're approaching at well, we currently have 838, so that's 839 followers. Hopefully we get to 900 soon, and then maybe 1,000 after that. That would be pretty nice. But anyhow, thank you for the follow. And it looks like both players are actually going to go for the gold here. I'm going to take the risk. Now the first player that is going to go ahead and get behind the mineral line to attack will probably get the advantage just because you can deny scouting there. And the travel, we'll see what his tech is gonna be as soon as that cybernetic core is done. It seems like he's not actually getting the second gas, which is a little weird, especially since you're gonna get the gold base, because you're gonna have tons of minerals to mine from, but you want to get the gas rolling so that you can at least get the most gas you can to maybe get some Stargate. I think Stargate and this map can be pretty good because you can fly over between the gold and deny some mining. But Robo with a Mortal or Warp Prism drop can also be nice too. It looks like he will go ahead and decide to go for a Stargate. So we will see if he's going to go for some Oracle or maybe some Void Rays. So far, Ariach has not scouted it yet, only scouted the gold base. So wondering what his response will be. Seems like he's going to go ahead and just get Ling Speed for now, and I don't know, maybe you can consider going roaches soon. At least you can park some roaches behind that mineral line, snipe away at some probes. Alright, looks like we have some Overlord speed. Now, I'm not sure if this Overlord speed will be used for just scouting purposes or for dropping. You can definitely drop with the Overlord. Very easy to drop at this area. You can actually drop, lift the queen from the natural and then just fly over. Just drop the queens there and use the queens to actually snipe the probes, which will be hilarious, but we shall see if he does that. Well, he's definitely going to have to get Lair to actually drop, so it looks like he's not actually going to do so. Instead, he's just going to go macro up, just get 3 bases, continue to drone up. Finally getting the Lair here, so pretty standard timing here. And we see some Lings will be going ahead into the ramp area just to scout what's up. Still have yet to see the Stargate, and we have a Phoenix out actually. So interesting. Usually if your Stargate doesn't get scouted, you know, you will go for, oh nice, force field, trapping all these Zerglings here, and they will all die for free. So really nice play there by the travel, and that will actually allow him to go ahead and get the dirt base without contest. Now there are some links going across the map, but not too many that he can actually get a cancel on this if he gets the Oracle position right. And yeah, he should be good now. So no damage done. And let's see how much. Actually, let's go ahead and guess the units. Oh man, what's the shift? Hell, units lost. There we go. 14 lings for 1 probe. So definitely favoring our Protoss player here. In the meantime, Ariach is going to go ahead and get the Hydralisk stand as well as some evolution chambers. He should be the Protoss should be safe from any attack pretty soon because all the Zerglings are dead. Hydralisk will take some time to come out, so all he needs to do is just probe up, get his economy rolling. And Ariach, I would say, needs to actually start getting his creep spread going, because his creep spread currently is just attaching his bases but not going towards his opponent's base. So definitely want to get that started. Instead, he's going to go ahead and get some Hydralisk speed, or is that range? I think that's range. And getting +1/1. And actually getting that 4th base pretty early. And he could do so because he didn't mine from that gold base really early, so he has the minerals to do so. Although he's actually missing some drones at the gas, so definitely want to get that if you want to go to Hydralisk tech. Currently he's only working off of 2 and maybe a half, 2.5 gases, so definitely want to mine some more to get some more Hydralisk out. And looks like Ariach gonna go ahead and prepare an attack. Protoss looks to be pretty fortified. Maybe you want to get actually another building here just to wall off better, but Storm isn't done quite yet. If he can get some Storm out before the attack goes, he can definitely do a good, have a better chance of defending against this. Looks like he's actually going to go ahead and attack himself out in the open. And oh yeah, the Ariach is probably best to just go ahead and retreat for now, because that's a lot of Zealots. His Hydralisk seems to be, I guess, nowhere. Right now, he's currently only has one Hydralisk, so not a lot of Hydralisks. Again, that gas count, I think, kind of really hindering his Hydralisk count, and a warping of Zealots into the natural. So this is a good warping here. In the meantime, I think, oh, where's the army of the Protoss? Okay. Oh, he went over to the behind the goat there. Oh, wow. Look at that storm. Killing a lot of drones. 5 drones going down. A lot more. He could actually start attacking it, but gonna go ahead and leave him. And the aggression proving to be really successful so far, but here comes the big attack. He does have only Zealots. There's no Banelings. Baneling that's just being made right here, so he won't have enough Banelings to defend against this. He's gonna definitely, oh, he's kind of clumped up here. The storm is gonna kill all these Zerglings, getting on top of these Hydralisks. Oh, that's a kind of whiff storm there, but I think that turned out pretty well for him, as all the Hydralisks and Zerglings are down, and so much Zealots still left over. Ariach trying to pop out some Hydralisks, but they're coming up one by one. Drones got to be pulled, and oh man, the Archon morphs in, so that's going to add some additional firepower. 19-20 drones going down for Ariach, and oh man, this force field is still going on here. Now, will we see a recall here? I think he should be good. He's just going to go ahead and fight this head on, as I think his army is still pretty good to go. +2 versus +1-1, so keeping up on the upgrades. And oh man, that's a pretty much game-ending damage right there, I would say. The third base is definitely going to go down. Now, he does have the fourth, but our Traveler is getting his fourth of his own, so he will be ahead on bases either way. And GG, Ariach's going to go ahead and concede the loss, and the Travel will get the first win for ConFed here, leading them 1-0 in the scoreboard. All right, so the Redshift map is definitely going to be out of the way for now, and we can start heading into our other maps. I'll be surprised if any future players decides to play on Redshift again. All right, let's see what's happening in the chat. All right, so let's see here. Oh, looks like Sushi just woke up. Alright, looks like our second game will be on Callus here. Callus being one of the probably most popular map currently. Oh no, it's not Callus, it's actually 16-bit. 16-bit, so we shall see how War Buffy does. Now, ConFed is actually choosing to send out their, looks like their diamond player first, so they still have 2 platinums in their pocket. So if Psionic Aftermath does beat the Travel, we'll see if they send out their second diamond or they'll start putting their platinum players. But again, this is the best of 7, so still needs that 4 kills. So we'll definitely see all players play at the very least. All right, let's go ahead and update the score. 1-0 in favor of ConFed. All right, here at spawning at the top right, we have our pink Protoss representing ConFed. It is the Travel. And spawning at the bottom left, we have our blue Protoss representing Psionic Aftermath. It is none other than War Buffy. Now, War Buffy is one of our officers. He is also in charge of our current ATL EU Amateur Team League, leading us currently to the playoffs round of 8. Hopefully we can get to the round of 4 and then maybe to the finals and hopefully win it, which will be pretty impressive, because if you guys actually see the amount of teams that enter the ATL EU Amateur League, there was like a bunch of teams, like I think like 25 to 30 teams that entered the team league. So to make it to the playoffs and into maybe the semifinals and finals will be pretty impressive to get through all that teams. Now, interesting enough, the Travel, War Buffy did not decide to wall off, which I think as a Protoss player, you want to pretty much wall off every time in the PvP. Oh, they forfeited their platinum spot. Okay, slots. Okay, so currently 2-1 in favor of Psionic Aftermath. Interesting. I guess they couldn't gather the platinum players today. Anyhow, well, I guess Psionic Aftermath will take the 2-1 lead. And as I was saying, War Buffy did not go ahead and wall off at the ramp. In the PvP, you definitely want to do that just because of the adept pressure that your opponent can do, and that's exactly what the Travel is doing. He's sending 2 adepts, and oh boy, this can actually turn out pretty ugly really quickly, because again, no wall off, free entrance to the mineral line. Only 1 stalker. He didn't even bother to make 2 stalkers. He only made 1 stalker at a time. And so this will be pretty. Oh, actually, okay. I was about to say looks like he was moving towards the natural instead. But oh boy, look at this. Let's see how many probe kills. Currently 3, 4, and he could probably just stay and just let the shade cancel the shade. Okay, he will get out with 6 probe kills. Definitely can have more as his adepts are still alive, and looks like both players are going for Stargate play Stargate play, and I would say with the 6 kills, definitely in favor of Travel here. Oh wait, actually it was 2 eyes, so Travi. I've been mispronouncing his name. The Travi. All right. So I apologize for the mispronunciation. All right, adepts coming in, getting some more, looking to get some more. Oh, this time he will have a Phoenix, so he can definitely lift. That means two shots of the adepts to kill a probe instead of 1-shotting with the 2 adepts. All right. Oh, we have another cheer. Oh, Dust with the cheers. Thank you for the support. Cheering on, I'm assuming, War Buffy. Alright, so currently with the Adept's damage, let's see how many total probes. 9 worker kills with the Travi. So he's enjoying a 30 to 25 worker lead. Now, the difference is War Buffy did get the second Nexus quicker. So he can actually chrono boost and remake some of that probes, while the Nexus of the Travi is still being made, is halfway done. However, his Phoenix count will be ahead of War Buffy. So this is pretty much the the main fight that you want to look at, the Phoenix battle. Ooh, losing a Phoenix. Ah, that's tough right there. We all know how Phoenix battle can turn out to be. It can snowball really quickly, so War Buffy, okay, he does have some stalkers, so he definitely can still be safe or save these Phoenixes. Ooh, some miss micro, not paying attention. Travi will lose a Phoenix. Ooh, a second Phoenix, and all of a sudden, the Phoenix lead that the Travi had has suddenly equalized, and War Buffy transitioning into Gateway. So Stalker. So let's see if he will actually get that Twilight Council, get some blink. Now the Travi, instead he's gonna just stick with one Stargate. Up to him to decide whether he want to get a second Stargate. I would definitely get a second Stargate, just because if your opponent decides to go Stargate and just kind of abandons it, you know, you can get that air advantage. Ooh, getting some additional 7 probe kills. Oh man, a lot of probe kills for War Buffy. I mean, for the Travi here. Ooh, another cheer from Xenodactyl, cheering 2 bits. So thank you for the cheers. Keep them cheers coming. Oh boy, here comes a lot of adepts. Does War Buffy have enough to deal with this? Now there is no defense in the mineralized, still no block. Does have 2 shield batteries, so definitely won't lose to a straight up fight. But the Travi can definitely maneuver his adepts to shade into the main while his Phoenix hit the natural, and that's exactly what it's looking like. Gonna go ahead and cancel it, and that pulls the stalkers from the natural to the main, and that allows him to get some additional probe kills. Let's see how much. 20 probe kills so far. That's insane. This might actually force a War Buffy to go ahead and across the map, but instead the shade of the adepts will force him back. Oh man, now War Buffy is just stuck in his base, and the Travi can just macro up and continue all this adept and Phoenix harass, whittling down the probe count. Look at this, the natural of War Buffy has no pros mining. Getting further and further behind, 10 workers behind. Now blink, no, charge is almost done, 75% done, which is pretty odd because he has absolutely 0 Zealots right now. He's mainly Stalker. You would imagine he was actually going to get Blink, but interesting enough, he's getting charged a lot. I'm not sure exactly what War Buffy is kind of attempting to do, because these Stalkers, they can't defend against the Phoenix, but I don't know, the charge. I guess he can just use the Stalkers to defend, limit the Stalker, and looks like he's transitioning into Zealots, so that's good. Might want to actually throw down that not Twilight Council, the Templar Archive. That way he can actually morph into Charge Lot and Archon composition, and that does actually pretty well against Phoenix, because the Phoenix, they can't lift up the Archons. The Archons can do splash damage to them, and you know, lifting Zealots one by one is not the best use of the energy. Although Phoenix does kill Zealots quickly, you know, they have a limited amount of energy. So, oh, nice split here. I like this maneuver by the Travi. Gonna go ahead and split his adepts. And it just seems War Buffy's micro is just not as quick. It's kind of slow, and you know, can't really blame him. He's Platinum League while his opponent is Diamond League, so you expect the Diamond Leaguer to be pretty, I mean, at least have a better micro or better APM to handle different situations. But boy, another few probes going down, 25. I mean, you guys can guess in the chat, in the Twitch chat, see how by the end of the game how much probes the Travi gets. We'll have this in-house guessing game of how many probes War Buffy will lose. All right, it seems the Travi with the economic damage gonna go ahead and pretty much secure himself and solidify himself in terms of the economy, and we will be able to start making carriers without being in danger, because currently War Buffy doesn't looks like he's gonna move out anytime soon. In fact, if he actually moved out like right now, he might actually have a chance to like beat this army, but I highly doubt it. It looks like he's just gonna go ahead and get his third base and macro up, and this will allow plenty of time for the Travi to just bank up his Colossus count, not Colossus, carrier count. And we all know how carriers can snowball really out of control. I mean, low numbers carriers aren't as scary, but when in high numbers, those interceptor just multiplies, and the advantage just exponentially go in favor of the carrier user. And again, no blink. Okay, blink just finished, so that will allow him to get some anti-air at least to defend against the carriers. But I don't know, you need like a huge amount of stalkers to defeat carriers in large numbers. Like you need like overwhelming amount of blink stalkers. And I don't know, it's looking kind of scary here. Oh, but actually it looks like War Buffy is going to get the fleet beacon himself. So maybe if he can start producing Tempest, you know, because Tempest, they actually are, you know, it takes less time to be made. So you can maybe push out enough Tempest to start killing the carriers in one shot. That will probably be his best chance to defend against the carriers, because if you try to get carriers yourself right now, you're going to be behind. Currently, there is 2 carriers in favor of the Travi, while War Buffy still has none. So definitely, probably be best to just go for Tempest here. It looks like he's gonna go hit carries himself, so gonna go ahead and try to attempt to catch up. Alright, so incredibly throughout this whole game, War Buffy losing 25 probes has suddenly gained the worker advantage, 64 to 57. Still way behind in the army, but if he can start macroing up and get into that late game where, you know, it's 200 versus 200 supply, who knows, you can actually start winning the game. But boy, look at the upgrade lead for Travi. He's got +1, and then +2 air. And that shield battery actually counts towards the carriers, by the way. So his carriers will be on +2 and then +1 shield. So this carrier is going to be superior to War Buffy's carriers. Alright, getting some good damage done, but we'll probably lose these stalkers. And at this point, these stalkers aren't the greatest, or aren't that big of a deal. It's kind of transitioning into that big air Protoss air versus air battle late game. So if you can just, oh man, he's actually gonna go ahead and start continuing to morph in some zealots. I mean, the best things you can do with these ground army is just probably split them up and, you know, get some harass done, do some multi-prong attack, and just continue pumping your air army or your carriers. Maybe get some mothership core. War Buffy actually getting his mothership a lot sooner than the Travi. And remember, because he went for air, there's no detection. Oh, actually, he's getting the observer, so you will have detection. Oh, actually, he had the observer already, so scratch that. So the mothership not gonna do too much. Oh, Sippy Cup with the subscription. Thank you, Sippy Cup. Wow, we have 2 subscription today already, so pretty nice. Thank you, dude, man. That's really awesome. Again, all Twitch subscribers does get the Twitch emote, the little sharky emote. Alright, we're about to have our big air battle here. Look at how many carriers does each player has. Let's see. 8 to 6. He does have one more Archon, so that can help. And here we go. Here comes the big carrier army. Ooh, looks like poor Buffy is pushing this army back, despite having actually less carriers. And he does have the defender advantage with the shield battery, so he can heal up his army. So, oh boy, this actually could be pretty scary for the Travel. Oh my god, he's getting some army caught up in the middle here while the Travel is trying to retreat. Oh wow, nice pullback by War Buffy on that mothership, saving that. And let's see, still okay. All of a sudden, War Buffy is got the carry advantage. However, the Travi is now back into his defender advantage. He's got the shield battery, the cannons. He's trying to focus fire on the mothership. I'm not sure that's the best idea. War Buffy's carriers are targeting the carriers. One carrier go down at a time, and all of a sudden, is 4 to 3 carriers. Tempest trying to for the Travel, trying to get the carriers. And this is going to be pretty close, but I think War Buffy might just inch. So it's going to be pretty close. Mothership still alive. Okay, wow. That was pretty as even as it gets right there. War Buffy almost broke that, but the Travi just barely got just barely defended against that. Tempest might have been the best call there for him. It actually allowed him to kill the carrier much faster. But War Buffy still impressively saved his mothership throughout that whole engagement. So he can actually abuse the mothership. If you can actually attack in one area with the carriers and then just quickly recall to the mothership onto a different area, you can abuse the mobility of that. But looks like War Buffy just content with just keeping the mothership with his army. Now the Travi, he's gonna continue making Tempest here, so he has stopped making carriers altogether, and War Buffy's gonna go ahead and make 3 carriers at a time. And oh man, look at the upgrades. +3, +1, and +3 shield. So his air army is definitely going to be stronger in terms of strength, but you got to micro it. You got to individually click on the carriers, and the carriers, because the carriers shoot the interceptors, and sometimes your Tempest actually just focuses on the interceptors, and that allows the interceptors to kill the Tempest. So he's gonna definitely need to micro his Tempest to one shot or target fire the carriers, and he does have the observer, so this allows him to actually detect those carriers. Oh wow! Actually loses his mothership right there. It seems for some odd reason, like in the beginning to mid game, the Travi was like kind of dominating in terms of the micro. But I think these mid to late games, War Buffy all of a sudden with his air army has had the better micro here. Ooh, Kevin PsiX with the 50 cheers, cheering on for Travel here. And Travel currently had the supply lead 163 to 153. So we'll see if he can actually pull out the win here. Currently the score is 2-1, so if he can win, it will be tied score. And at this point, both players just gonna go ahead and macro up, getting more bases. And I would like to see them start adding some more Stargates. War Buffy working on 3 Stargates. Looks like the Travel had just finally added his 3rd Stargate, so we'll be on even Stargate production. Oh wait, actually he got his 4th Stargate at the natural, so 4 Stargates there. and we'll be remaking the mothership. So at this point, War Buffy gonna go ahead and actually, ooh, I like this. So it looks like he's got his carrier count up, and he's gonna go feel safe enough to actually go ahead and start making Tempest. So if you mix in, or at least you diversify your army, that's pretty good on your part, because you definitely, you know, could win with just mass carriers, but with the mass Tempest of Travis, you know, might be better to just, you know, mix in some Tempest. Looks like some more harassed by the travel, and at this point he's pretty much max supply, so throwing away some units, but there will be some shield battery here, so good job by War Buffy there. And at this point, both players are just pretty much building up their army to the best that they can. The strongest army, the strongest, you know, composition. War Buffy can probably throw away his stalkers right here. He has 7 stalkers here. Probably can just go ahead and throw away his stargates. He's definitely throwing away some zealots, which is pretty nice, but looks like he will not be able to get that fleet beacon, as there's some cannons here. All right, so we're at this point where there's not much going on. Both players are just kind of sitting back. I guess this is probably the best time to take a sip of water as we marvel at our air army of the Travi. All right, got my sip of water. Now we go ahead and marvel at the air army of War Buffy. Although I do like I said, I don't like the Stalker right here, but I do like the Archons. If you mix some Archons, they can actually in the fight, you know, do some good splash time. And here we go. Here is the big army, and the Mothership Core immediately goes down. Both Mothership Core going down immediately in the blink of an eye. And here we have the Chaos. Let's see who gets the upper hand in this battle. Oh man, the Archons of the Travi is still alive though, and that is helping a lot, and they actually forces War Buffy to recall it, and the Travi definitely won that battle over there. Now War Buffy has recalled back to his cannon and shield battery, so that's gonna go ahead and force Travi to move back. He doesn't want to oh, I actually like this. The random cannon and shield battery in the middle of the map at the watchtower. That's actually pretty nice. That could be his reinforcement point. So all the battles can take place at War Buffy's side of the map. And looks like the Travi is gonna split his army. And let's see, what does War Buffy has. He doesn't have much. This base definitely gonna go down, as I think War Buffy doesn't have enough exhaust here. We're kind of passing each other through the night. And yep, it looks like the base of War Buffy will go down. Not totally a big deal, because they still have a lot of minerals. War Buffy can still mass expand elsewhere, but he definitely wants to get his army count up. It looks like he's starting to remake the carriers. It's taking a while. And the Travi, for some reason, has not attacked yet. He's giving War Buffy time to mass up an army and give him a chance to actually win a big battle. Currently he's maxed out 200, but War Buffy is at 172. So if he can actually attack like right now, or maybe even a minute ago or two, I think he would have actually ended the game. But War Buffy, his carriers, I think, yeah, his carriers are just arrived. His mothership just arrived too. Do we have a observer? We don't have an observer. Oh boy. Okay, so War Buffy actually has a chance to turn this game around. Oh wait, actually, the Traveler just got his observer here, so that would probably save him from losing his whole air army. And here we go. Does he have enough? Right now, it's pretty much max supply. He gave War Buffy enough time to max out. Oh boy, actually, he's just lost his. I think he just lost his observer here. Yeah, there is no observer for Travi, and so he can't even see the carriers or target fire You can only see the mothership, and all of a sudden, War Buffy pushing the army back. Oh my god, this is such a back and forth game here. Both players about to, start mining out the map. There's still a few bases here and there. War Buffy definitely needs to get another base as his mineral count is getting low. But the Zealot army is still alive. Gonna go ahead and take this cannon down, and all the shoe batteries gonna go down. And here we go. The Travi is gonna go ahead and go into the army of War Buffy. Takes down the mothership already, but the air army of War Buffy just superior. Oh my god! And this is pretty much the decimation of the Travi's air army. And also War Buffy did manage to actually save his base. Oh man, this mothership is randomly in the middle of the map. However, it looks like War Buffy gonna go ahead and cross the map and take out the bases of the Travi. Now the Travi is trying to make carriers and archons here. So if War Buffy can go ahead and attack and take his base out, he can actually start evening the base count. However, he does need to defend against these charge block counterattacks. I think he should be good. He does have shield batteries and some zealots. And War Buffy is going to go ahead and start ravaging the bases of the Travi. And what does he have? He's just have three archons, making some carriers, but that's going to take a while to be made. So War Buffy has his window, a large timing window, to actually end the game here. All right, so look, nice touch by the War Buffy to actually add the Oracle. He doesn't have an observer, so we're gonna go ahead and use the revelation to revelate the army and actually give him vision. And oh man, the mothership, yep, it will go down once again. Oh, actually saved that. The shield battery did save the mothership, so really clutch save by those shield batteries. But again, this army by War Buffy currently having 7 carriers to compare to the 2 of Travi. And oh boy, here we go. He's gonna go march forward on top of the army, and that's gonna go ahead and force him to retreat. Oh my god, 7 carriers to 1 carrier right now. And I think this is gonna be the snowball effect, and all of a sudden War Buffy kind of being behind throughout the whole game, at least to the beginning and mid game, have all of a sudden pushed it to the late game and managed to actually out macro the Travi. And let's see, guys, I told you guys to actually guess the amount of workers killed in the Twitch chat, and you can see right there 76 probes killed by the Travi, but it doesn't matter because War Buffy has the carry count, and War Buffy takes down the first diamond player of ConFed. So pushes Psionic Aftermath up 3-1 in the scoreboard. What a crazy match there. Well done by War Buffy. Now, not to say that the Travi, played bad. He actually played really well and actually had plenty of chances to actually win the game, but I didn't think he took advantage of his timings. He was ahead, but he kind of just let War Buffy just build up, and it became 200 versus 200. At that point, it just depends on the micro of the battle. And War Buffy, the air versus air army, he just kept winning over and over, which is interesting because in the beginning the micro was kind of favoring the Travi there, but War Buffy seemed to have a better micro in terms of the air versus air army, and yeah, that allowed him to kind of win that battle, and especially killing that one observer of the Travi there in that last big battle there. Just pretty much snowballed in War Buffy's favor because the Travi did not have detection on the army of War Buffy, so he could only see the mothership and he couldn't target fire or attack the air army of War Buffy. So Yeah, a lot of things could have gone back and forth, but great game by both players. So let's see what map will our next player choose. Gravity just joining the Twitch chat. Welcome, Gravity. Hope everything is okay. In the hospital with your son. If you guys don't know, Gravity just recently had a newborn son. And man, it's tough to be a father and have a job and cast as well, cast StarCraft. That's there's a lot of things on your plate, so props to you. All right, so we have Catalyst will be our next map of choice. And let's see what race Fishy Fish is. He is Terran, so we're gonna actually have a PVT here. So we're gonna have a different matchup here, which is pretty nice. Again, thank you all for tuning in. We are in the third week of Validity Team League for Psionic Aftermath versus ConFed. And yeah, we have a bunch of events every week, so feel free to follow us. We just had a follower earlier in the stream, so if you can follow us, that'll be appreciated. Kind of get our follower count up. Heading towards that 900 and then maybe 1,000 followers, which would be pretty sick. All right, so currently score is 3-1 in favor of Psionic Aftermath, and we're about to head into what could potentially be the last game of the series. If War Buffy can take this win, he will win the series for PsiX 4-1, but it's not going to be an easy task because Fishy Fish is a diamond player. It's going to be their ConFed second diamond player. So tough task for War Buffy, but as we saw in the last game, anything can happen. He can do it. All right, Catalyst, here we go. And spawning at the top left, we have our Teal Protoss winning an incredible PvP just last game. It is War Buffy. And at the bottom right, we have our blue Terran. It is the guy representing ConFed, their last hope, their last player. It is Fishy Fish. Now, I gotta say, I feel like this is kind of like Destiny because both players have their names named after little animals that they love. War Buffy named his ID War Buffy because he actually liked buffaloes. He actually has stacks of buffalo pictures stored in his computer. And I'm not kidding, he actually does have it. If you ask everybody in the PsiX Aftermath channel, they would confirm that he does have a bunch of buffalo pictures stored up. And I'm guessing Fishy Fish named his ID Fishy Fish because he loved fish. So both players representing their, I guess, spirit animal, and we'll see who wins, whether the buffalo prevails or the fish prevails. Now, the Fishy Fish is actually going to go ahead for a standard opening, and it looks like War Buffy as well is going to go ahead for a standard opening. Nothing too crazy here, no cheeses, no proxies so far. Ooh, but a little bit of a mismicro there. We'll lose one probe. Now, last game he lost 76 probes, and right now War Buffy is currently at the 1 probe loss. So we'll see how many probes he actually loses by the end of this game, and we shall see War Buffy's tech as well right after the cybernetic core is done. So we'll see what he goes for. In the meantime, looks like Fishy Fish kind of has some fishy SCV here out in the middle of the map. Maybe actually going to go ahead and proxy. But in the meantime, Reaper will come in, will scout the Nexus. And might actually want to go into the main just to, you know, get some harass done. Now on this map, I don't like the building placement of War Buffy because this map actually has a cliff area that the Reaper can go through, and usually Protoss will, you know, kind of make their pylon right here or right here, and then make their gateway right here to fully block the Reaper from going in. That will make the Reaper only be able to come through the base through the front. But War Buffy decided just to build his buildings in base, and ooh, we actually have Stargate with 2 gates. So we'll see if this goes for, if he goes for an Oracle here. Yep, Oracle. Now, does Fishy Fish has the defense? He does have the engineering bay pretty early, so he definitely has. Ooh, nice timing here. So he knows his Oracle timing here. Oops. Now, looks like, yeah, War Buffy won't be able to get some damage done, or too much damage with his Oracle. But again, Oracles are so useful throughout the mid to late game as well as the early game. They're kind of, I guess, an all-around, or I guess they're pretty good or useful in all stages of the game. Throughout the early game where you can get some harass done, and then mid game where you can revelate or even get some more harass done, or in the late game where the revelation can spot your army as well. So, and you know in the late game in, you know, Terran, they can, if they go for bio composition, they can start, you know, dropping everywhere, so revelation can actually help spot those drops. So very useful throughout all stages of the game. So definitely want to keep that alive, even if he doesn't get damage done right now in the early game. Definitely doesn't want to lose it. In the meantime, it looks like War Buffy will transition into some Phoenix and get the Twilight. I'm expecting maybe Charge to be researched, although from the looks of it, he's got quite an amount of Stalkers, so might be Blink as well. Oh, but in the meantime, there is a lot of Marines for Fishy Fish, and he's moving at a really great time. Stim is about to finish, so by the time he reaches War Buffy's base, he's gonna have enough Stim. And unfortunately, War Buffy does not have detection. He's kind of been lazy with the Oracle. He has not revelated the Marines. He has not spouted the move out, and this can actually hit pretty hard. Oh man, he's still unaware. No defense at the natural, and oh boy, this could be pretty much GG here. He does have some Stalkers, but against the Marines, against that many, it's going to be a tough hold. And here we go. This might just be an outright GG here. Like I said, last game, 76 probes going down. Currently, we have 23 probes going down. And oh boy, this is just game ending damage here. These Marines just have, there's no answer to them yet. And he did snipe the Twilight Council, so the upgrade will not be finished. And oh man, this Nexus is definitely going down. War Buffy just didn't see the move out from Fishy Fish, and Fishy Fish will probably just go ahead and get an easy win here. All he needs to do is just macro up. And what can War Buffy do at this point? He's trying to go ahead and remake the Nexus, but I don't know. He doesn't have much going on for him. He doesn't even have any tech, no splash damage on the way. His Twilight Cancel was sniped, so he doesn't even have upgrades on his Stalkers and Zealots. Ah, man, it's looking really tough for War Buffy here. Very much, I mean, looks like very much like it's going to be a 3-2 heading into next game. And Fishy Fish will probably make a second attack as soon as his Medevacs pop out, and looks like he's gonna go ahead and move out as well. During that battle, Oracle was sniped as well, so he's again not gonna be able to spot this moving out. Now I like this little, I guess, unusual their Nexus placement. Usually you'll put it here, but maybe if Fishy Fish does not hide it, and maybe if you manage to somehow defend against this, then you can get away this really fast and really quick Nexus. And oh no, the Oracle bypasses the whole army again. So this hitting at the time right when the Nexus is done. This could not have been a more terrible timing for War Buffy, and this Nexus will not see the light of day. Oh, nice force field there. But I don't know, this probably will be GG because yeah, there's just no army left for War Buffy. 64 army supply to 14. Worker supply lead more than double, 56 to 25. And yeah, I think War Buffy will be GGing out of here pretty soon. Oops, sorry, I forgot the best of. I accidentally made a best of 5. It's actually a best of 7. Sippy Cup is correct. So thank you for pointing out the mistake there. And at this point, War Buffy gonna go ahead and do one last stand, pulling his probes, but it's not gonna be enough. And Fishy Fish will save ConFed's life here and push it to a game 6. Currently score is 3-2. GG. Alright, so we'll wait for PsiX Aftermath to send out the next player. In the meantime, thank you all for tuning in. Currently on 21 viewers, so that's pretty nice. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Looks like we have a pretty competitive series here between the two clans. Unfortunately, ConFed had to forfeit their platinum set, I guess, because they couldn't put out couldn't get their platinum players to play. So PsiX enjoyed the 2-0 lead, but currently is 3-1. And again, in the standings, ConFed is currently 2-0 in the standings, in second place in the group, while PsiX is 1-1 and 5th place in the group. So this win is gonna either put ConFed further ahead, or this win for PsiX Aftermath will get them back into the playoff picture, because the top three in the group will advance to the playoffs. So definitely want to get into the playoffs. And there's a total of 7 weeks. So each week really matters. We're about halfway done here. After tonight, we're heading into week 4. So definitely want to seize every win that you can at this point. All right, so let's see. Okay, so it looks like we can't start our next game because Remo has not actually left that previous game. It looks like he's maybe AFK or something. So guys are discussing whether to actually kick him or not, or wait for him to come back. Oh, looks like War Buffy has joined the Twitch chat. Yep, score is 3-2 currently, and well done. With the that PvP was pretty sick. And again, in this team league is 2 platinums versus 2 diamonds. So whenever a platinum can actually knock off and beat a diamond player, that's a huge momentum towards a team. And it will be the same in maybe a different team league where it's 2 you know, diamond and masters combined. Or just like maybe like, I don't know, 2 diamonds or 3 masters, and then if whenever like, you know, a diamond player beats a master, that's always a huge win. However, it looks like with the elimination of War Buffy, our PsiX platinum set or platinum players have run out, so we are currently putting out our first diamond player. And who else is it? It is none other than the current clan war lead, or the team league lead for PsiX, Xenodactyl, or Xenodor, as you can call him. He's currently captain of the PsiX VTL team, so gonna go ahead and actually play as well as lead. And he's been a pretty, yeah, he's also one of our officers, so been pretty active and has had longevity in the clan, been with us for a long time, has done a lot, also cast a lot as well for us, so really awesome dude. And this will be on Lost and Found. Let's go ahead and make this a best of 7 update, just to make sure we don't actually put a best of 5 like last game. And score is currently 3-2. All right, here we go. Let's introduce our players. It is at the bottom left, representing Psylocke Aftermath. He is the blue, no, not the blue Protoss. It is the teal Protoss. It is Xenodactyl. And at the top right, we have our red Terran player representing ConFed, trying to send it to the ace match. It is Fishy Fish. All right, so ooh, look at what we have here. It is none other than a cannon rush. Now, as you guys know, cannon rushes are really good on this map. This is probably the best map to cannon rush actually. So we'll see how he does. Oh my, needs to get the wall off though. That could have been close. If Fishy Fish had actually blocked that could have been disastrous. But he does get the wall off, so nicely done. And at this point, Fishy Fish cannot reach up the cannons. So, oh boy, here we go. This is gonna be pretty tight. Oh, he's actually doing only 1 cannon. Oh, another block there. Denied. Needs to get high ground vision. If he can stop. Oh no, he does not have a pylon to power it. Oh man, that's gonna actually let the bunker finish. Oh man, if he could have actually canceled the bunker if he had power of the cannon, kill the SCVs. Oh man, that might have been the blunder right there. He still has more cannons going up though. Oh, and the bunker is gonna be, the Marine's gonna come out of the bunker and we'll try to focus on the probe, and the probe survives. Oh my god, the probe survives. Alright, gateway is done. Zealot being made. Oh, the probe barely gets out alive. He needs high ground vision. Now he does have a high ground vision with the cannon and the pylon, so he will be able to still fire at the bunker. Bunker will still be safe though. Repair still on, and he does lose the probe, but he does have another probe. Now Zealot is about to pop out. He can actually send the Zealots to focus fire on the repairing SCVs, but I think this just might be too many Marines here. And this is about enough time for him to get a factory with the tech lab and start making that tank. Once that tank comes out, I think he should be safe from this. It's going to be a tough hold. I mean, a tough thing to break a turn with a tank. So he has nothing against that. And I think Xeno will yeah, he does have the cybernetic core, so he's already preparing to transition here. But what did that really accomplish for Xenodactyl? He did not really kill much, I don't think. He did kill 2 workers. No, it wasn't actually his workers. It was Fishy Fish that killed 2 workers. So Xeno didn't really get much done there besides delay the tech buildings. Did not really get worker kills or anything, and I don't know, that probably was a big win for Fishy Fish for sure. Now Xenodactyl is going to go ahead and transition into a macro game, getting the Nexus. He will be vulnerable in the early game because he has absolutely no units. He's trying to make, Robo, but there's 2 tanks already. Their tank's about to pop out. If Fishy Fish actually attacks like really soon, I'm not sure Xenodactyl can hold, because currently he only is working off 0 gateways. He only has 1 Robo. And he's not even making units out of that Robo. Oh man. He's kind of risking it right now. He's kind of banking on the fact that Fishy Fish is not going to attack anytime soon. And it's going to be kind of similar to the War Buffy game, where even though War Buffy was behind, his opponent let him get, kind of macro up and, kind of get an army to defend. And that might happen like pretty soon. There is a good scout by Fishy Fish, so he does see the Nexus. That will probably give him an indication of that he's gonna have to attack, because second command center is not on the way for Fishy Fish. So he's gonna have to bank on this attack. Maybe best to even wait for Stim, but I think he can even start attacking or moving out. Oh, actually he's gonna go ahead and get the second command center. I think he's just gonna go ahead and wait for the Stim. Raven will be really helpful as well. Can actually put that spell on the Immortal so that it actually doesn't attack. Because right now the only attacking army for Xenodactyl is 1 Immortal and 1 Zealot. Finally adding the additional gateways. I would like to see him to actually add more gateways, like maybe 1 or 2 more at least. Start or continue making Immortals, because those Immortals are going to be the answers for the tanks. He's definitely going to need that. And Stim is halfway done, and that will give him the indication to start moving out, so that by the time he moves, or at least he gets set up at Xenodactyl's base, his Stim will be done. And this is going to be scary for Xenodactyl, I gotta admit, because right now he doesn't really have much. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be pretty much GG. I see nothing that Xeno can do right here. And once these tank sieges up, it's gonna be really hard to kind of break through this. And oh, almost lost. Oh, that last tank shot does get the Immortal. Oh man, he's even getting a 3rd Nexus, so Xenodactyl kind of playing it greedy here after the failed cannon rush, so I think Fishy Fish might just be able to push it into a ace match here. Xenodactyl gonna go ahead and back away his natural base. And he's gonna try to defend off one base, but oh man, I don't see that happening. Gateways being added, but it's gonna be kind of late by the time he gets attacked by Fishy Fish. And yeah, just them to win, guys. Fishy Fish can just go ahead and just move on up and yeah, just pretty much end it. Oh, this nice disruptor. That was a really decent disruptor hit, but just too little for Xenodactyl here. Gateway finally finishes, but it's going to be a little bit too late here. In fact, Fishy Fish could have even actually target fired the pylon. But yeah, he could just siege up, and Probe's going to be pulled, and one last stand for Xeno there. Good try on the cannon rush, but well done by Fishy Fish to defend against that. And Xeno trying to, I guess, find some hope, but there's just no way. Fishy Fish does it. He's going to go ahead and send us to the ace match. Game 7 for all the win, for all the glory. We shall see who takes home the win. All right, guys. We're here on our 7th game, the last game. The ace match. Oops. My voice cracked a little there. The ace match, and both players, both teams need all your cheers, or your support, or your rooting. Give them your energy so that they can play their best and bring home the victory. All right, we shall see what map will be our last map. And it's looking like Dreamcatcher might be the map here. We have yet to play on Dreamcatcher, so this will be a nice change up. Thank you all for, again, tuning in to watch this awesome series. Pretty competitive, both teams pushing each other to the limit. Feel free to follow us on our Twitch channel. On the follow button is the one next to the heart shape. The heart shape icon, and then it says follow. We have plenty of events every week. We have team leagues, clan wars, show matches, in-house tournaments, bunch of events. And in order to catch all of them, you can follow us, and then you'll get notified when we go on. And by the way, shout out to Validity Team League, because there's not a lot of team leagues out there that are structured towards, the platinum, the gold, platinum, diamond range. Most of them are like geared towards masters or GMs. So really nice that there's a team league that's kind of catered to that, to the lower tiers. And so far, the games have been pretty fun to watch. We have had carriers versus carrier battles. We had cannon rushes here. We shall see what these both players are going to go ahead and do. And let's go ahead and introduce our players for the last time of the night. We have spawning at the 10 o'clock position. We have the blue Terran player representing the Confederation, aka ConFed, it is none other than Fishy Fish. And spawning at the 5 o'clock position, we have our red Terran player representing Psionic Aftermath, aka PsiX. It is Dust. Alright guys, type in the Twitch chat who you think will win. This is going to be a TBT, so mirror matchup to end the night. And it will be on Dreamcatcher. And as you all know, Dreamcatcher has those gold bases on the side right here and right here. So don't be surprised if there's going to be ninja expands or anything. But anyhow, looks like Dust will go ahead and scout his opponent first and just be extra safe. Make sure what's up. See the gas count. And interestingly enough, Fishy Fish going for a barracks into CC without gas. So definitely gonna need to throw down a bunker, which it looks like he's gonna do in just a second. But in the meantime, with this information, what does Dust do? He's got 2 gases. So this is, as you know, one of the better openings for Dust in terms of build the order advantages. The only way it could have been better was if Fishy Fish went CC first. But either way, it's still good because Fishy Fish does not have any gas, so he's gonna mainly rely on barracks without on barracks and marines. So Dust, you know, if he can execute this right, can do a time push or do some harass that can actually help him win this game outright. But looks like Reaper coming across the map. We'll scout, or we'll see what's up. Now this map doesn't actually have a Reaper cliff to the main, so there's only one way for the Reaper to go in. So, but he does go by, and with only 2 Marines, he can actually start just keep scouting, and actually start attacking the Marines if you wanted to. But instead, he's just gonna go ahead and just target fire on the SCV. And I think if you can micro this right, you can actually get out this Reaper unscathed and keep it alive. Oh, the Marine Dust gets it. But in the meantime, what do we have for Dust? He does have CC on the way, his second Nexus. I mean, not Nexus, second command center. He does have the Cyclone out. And I would like it if Dust actually throw down a tech lab on the factory and switch it over to Starport to get some Banshees, because currently Fishy Fish doesn't really have much. Well, he wouldn't have much to deal with the Banshees if it was a cloak Banshees. So with the earlier CC of Fishy Fish, you want to punish that somehow by getting earlier tech and getting some damage done, so that you can lower the SCV count, so that by the time you get your second CC up and running, like, you both be on, at the very least, on equal amount of workers, equal economy, and probably hopefully equal or ahead in tech. So let's see, what does he get? He gets just a medevac, so he's probably gonna go ahead and actually load up the cyclones in the medevac and try to do some cyclone harass. What does Fishy Fish has? He just has a bunch of Marines. So if Dust can micro his cyclones, he might actually, you know, dwindle down the Marine count and actually, you know, get kind of snowball ahead in terms of the army count, because there is no stim. By the time this drop comes, there will be no stim for the Marines, so the Marines will not be, you know, shelling out damage fasting. Oh, if he pays attention to that, he might actually see that. I don't think he pays attention to that. The Marines are still at the naturals, not moving towards the main. So kind of got lucky there. All right, here we go. The drop from Dust. Let's see how many SCVs he can get. And it will be even really great for him to get the stim upgrade, but I think he should have enough to defend against it. So not too much damage by the Cyclones. He did force some mining time off of the SCVs, but again, he had the earlier CC, so doesn't really matter. And I don't know, this damage I feel should have gotten more damage done. But he's gonna go ahead and try once again in the natural, but there is a turret already here, so I don't know if this is gonna get any more damage done. Oh, he's gonna have to be careful with the medevac. Oh, he loses it. So he's gonna have to get as much worker damage here with these 2 cyclones, but losing those 2 cyclones, not the best. He does get 5 SCVs worker, so evens up the worker lead, the worker count, and his dirt CC will be faster, much faster than Fishy Fish, as it does not. Oh wait, actually he just started, so I guess pretty much the same time actually. Alright, let's see the upgrade status. Looks like +1 on the way for our fish player. And thus, looks like he's a little bit behind in the upgrade count, but he does got 2 engineering bays to work through. What? Wait, hold up. 3 engineering bay? Okay, I think he just made a dirt engineering bay by mistake. Okay, he's getting +1-1, so as the game goes longer, he will be ahead on upgrades because he's working off of 2, in fact 3 engineering bays. So probably best for Dust to just, you know, push it into the later game. And it seems like Dust will be just, you know, getting just tank marine, and that looks like the same thing as Fishy Fish, as he does. Oh shoot, that's a big army right there. There's a lot of army right there. Dust does not have the siege at the correct position, and this CC might actually get sniped, which will be really huge because Fishy Fish third is already. Oh, he's just lifting it already. He immediately lifting it. Oh my god, he's gonna get the CC. That's huge. Oh my god, and Fishy Fish, his stim is not done yet. He does have tanks, so he will survive this, but losing that third CC gonna put him behind economically. And the SCV count, you should expect Fishy Fish to be ahead. Alright, so right now looks like Dust will take his third at the other base. This time Dust's stem is done, so he will have stem. Now the good thing for Dust here, if you look at the units count, is that he has 4 tanks, and Fishy Fish looks like he's just going for Marine Marauder, no tanks at all. So the unit composition of Dust is actually stronger than Fishy Fish. So even though he's behind economically, if he can, you know, delay the attack to maybe the even later game, getting good engagement, he can still probably get back into this game. Now it's going to be tough because Fishy Fish does has a really big supply lead. Oh, that's a nice anti-armor. Oh, but not attacking. Oh man, this might. Okay, I was about to say. I think the fight out there is not the best decision. Might want to fight back at the tank area. Oh man, losing those army. That actually was kind of started to look pretty bad, and then look good, and then now it's actually bad. And this dirt CC is gonna get sniped once again. Oh man, that is tough. Will we ever see that dirt CC by Dust here? And at this point, Fishy Fish can even get a 4th base here, and yeah, he's just getting way ahead in army supply. Now, I think here there is a second engineering bay was put down by Fishy Fish, so he will be equal on upgrades. Currently 1-1 versus 1-1. But Dust needs to maybe make a sensor tower or something, because his dirt CC keeps getting attacked, and definitely want to finally get dirt CC. Like, it's 10 minutes in the game, 10:30 in the game. and his third CC is yet to go down. So might be best to actually throw it down center tower. Actually, oh man, these guys actually might just cross each other. However, Fishy Fish's army is kind of closer to Dust. Dust is kind of going way all around. And this Dirt CC again will be cancelled. Oh my god. And that's going to force Dust to go for a Doom drop here. Okay, if he drops and the production in the production buildings, that might actually help him get back into the game. Because if he can't make any more army, then maybe Dust can kind of come back into the game. But oh man, there's a lot of Marine Marauder here. Wow, the tank's doing a lot of damage here. Getting some really great trades, but I think with the SCV pulls, he should barely just have enough. Oh no, he does not. Oh my god, and all of a sudden, Dust with the Doom drop getting back into the game, and supply is suddenly evened up. Workers almost even as well. And here we go, he's gonna go ahead and try to catch his army out in the middle of the map. Oh my god, if he could get these, oh my god, 2 medevacs going down. And all of a sudden, with these 2 moves, Dust has suddenly turned this game around. Now he's still on 2 bases against 3, but at least he kind of gave himself a chance to come back into the game. Look at the army tab, 70 to 48. This is his chance. I think this is his chance because right now he's behind in worker supply. He does not have a dirt CC. His only advantage right now is in the army, and right now, yeah, he's behind in the upgrades, but again, the army is his only advantage right now. He might actually want to start lifting the CC, the main CC, to the dirt instead. But will we see another Doom drop by Dust? It's looking like he's preparing for a Doom drop, and he's actually might be able to cut off the second and the third here, which would be huge. Oh no, but his army is kind of split here. So he actually gets half of Dust's army and Fishy Fish. Oh man, Fishy Fish. Oh no, all of a sudden he's kind of going into the tank line. Definitely want to move back here. He does not have any tanks, so he's got to be careful with the Marine Marauder. Now, if Dust can actually move forward inch closer by inch, he can actually cut off the dirt and the second, which will allow him to stem the Marines to kill, like send some Marines to the dirt and halt the mining of the third base. More reinforcement coming for Dust here. Army supply still in favor of Dust, and here we go. He's pulling the boys. This is, oh my god, he's clumping up. Last stand, great positioning by Dust, and I think Dust might have just done it. Dust has just killed all the workers and army of Fishy Fish, and GG. Dust will take game number 7 for Psionic Aftermath. Closes out the game, giving PsiX the victory here. Well done by both players and both clans. Really close series here. And wow, that was quite a game there. Really nice game to end the night. But there you have it, guys. 4-3 is your final score in favor of PsiX here. And thank you all for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the games. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys until next time. Have a great one.